Tim all morning has been saying is, Allan, the food dude coming in. Allan, Tim's hungry.
With an O, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's all good. We missed a couple of weeks without Allan because we were on the golf course one week. We were out the other week. So we're back to getting things back to normal. We're about to eat it.
All right. Well, let's start with our famous. Is it warm or is it cold?
Yes.
Warm.
And I feel warmth, and it looks like I see some rice in there. I'm not sure what we're about to.
A little bit of rice. All right.
into.
Well, let's go for the big reveal here. Let's see what everybody thinks about this.
right.
About the bouquet.
Smells good.
Oh, it smells good. Oh, yeah. It smells a little salsa, like there's some salsa or something.
Yeah, got a little Western red beans and rice for you today.
Oh,
so,
yes.
translation is I cleaned off my counter. That's going, I got a lot of tomatoes sitting here. I got a lot of bell peppers. But here's your kicker. I got to throw you a twist every so often.
Yes, sir.
Is there any meat in that?
I would say.
Haven't got to it yet.
Well, you want us to say yes, and then you're going to say no, there isn't, or Bryce. There.
I'm just throwing out there. If you were sitting down at the dinner,
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say no. There's no meat
Danny,
in it.
you're dead on the money. There's absolutely no meat. Now, here's real quick. Do you miss it? Do you think it needs meat?
I don't.
No.
Excellent.
No,
All
it's
right.
fine.
Red beans and rice normally comes with meat.
It can. But here's kind of the kicker on this, because we're getting kind of rolling over towards fall now.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody reminded me this week of, there was kind of a little funny thing that was going around a while back about somebody trying to plan a company dinner. And they, old-fashioned stuff is, well, we'll all just go to the steakhouse. And then the ensuing mayhem of all of the different qualifications for a restaurant you had to meet because of your staff. And a lot of people these days, well, don't eat meat. So this is a great dish that you can throw out on the table that...
And don't say anything about it.
Bingo. That is the secret. Just, you know what? You throw it out there, you say it's little red beans and rice, it's got some tomatoes, it's got all the good stuff in it. Enjoy. And if you've got somebody at the table that goes, I don't eat,
Get a
everybody's
salad.
got the vegetarian or the vegan or something
I
in the
don't.
family.
I'm not friends with those people.
Danny, I figured
Danny doesn't speak to those people.
No,
to
I don't.
those kind.
I see Danny having the dinner at the carnivore house.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, what all is in this thing, Alan? It looks like some kernels of corn.
well, there's a little bit of corn. There is just a little bit of corn. There's pinto beans, black beans, red beans. There's a lot of cherry tomatoes in there. There's a lot of yellow bell cherry tomatoes in there. Then a little rice base. And the nice little kicker, I threw in just a little dash of chili powder.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Give you a little, take it someplace a little different flavoring.
I feel like Ditch is looking for the prize at the bottom of the cereal box.
I want more rice in mine next time.
Well,
Alan.
okay. Well, and I figured Ditch was going to hit me with, well, where's the cheese? So,
It was deceptively good. It tasted like something that would stick to your ribs. I don't know if it was because the sauce was thick or I don't know. The texture of it made it feel like there would be meat in there, even though there
exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
That's one of those meals that everybody can walk away from the table happy.
It's like chili, but lighter.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And it takes a minute for the is it cayenne pepper? What'd you put in there?
There's a little cayenne and a little chili pepper
It takes
in there.
a few minutes for. I'm just now starting to feel the effect of that.
Just getting a little
Just
eased
enough.
in. Just a little eased in.
Any more, I would complain. I'm not complaining today.
You're pre-complaining.
Yeah. Well, I know right where Ditch's capsaicin level is.
That's a big
And I can
word.
dance
Ooh.
right up to that edge, and I know I got him.
Don't go over to the max using that kind of
But
language.
no, we don't know. We won't understand what you're saying.
That's good stuff, Alan. It's good stuff, man. I like it.
It is delicious.
I think you've won all
Good.
those over with this one.
Good, man. Well, you've been gone for 2 weeks. I had to pamper you a little bit when you came back. Couldn't just throw you straight into, duck à l'orange with a mushroom sauce or something.
Oh, I'm up for that.
And Ditch goes, wait a minute,
what?
that was an option.
Hey, can we look ahead down the road a little bit? My 1-year anniversary here will be coming up soon. Are you a pumpkin spice guy? I'm just asking. I'm not
'Cause it's
gonna
already
judge
out
one
What
way or the other.
what would you like done with pumpkin spice? Do you want
Thrown in the
Russell,
garbage can?
Molly,
Nothing.
Well, no, not pumpkin spice per se are your fall spices. Now, what you do with them in different levels. Yeah. Now, I'm not an advocate of pumpkin spice coffee. For the Lord help me, do not put that stuff in my coffee. I'm not a fan of pumpkin spice shampoo, soap,
ice cream, everything.
There is a difference though between like pumpkin flavored and pumpkin spice.
All right, pumpkin
Like that
spice
pumpkin
has
spice
no pumpkin.
is nasty. It doesn't taste like a pumpkin pie.
It does not. But it's just because all they're doing is they're taking the cinnamon, the allspice, the cloves, just your basic fall spices, and they're just using it in anything.
But there's no pumpkin in it?
Pumpkin spice has no obligation to be anywhere near a pumpkin.
It makes
There
me
is
want to
no
run
pumpkin in pumpkin spice.
Having pumpkin spice makes me want to run out to Hobby Lobby and get a Live, Laugh, Love sign and put it in my house.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't want to pass on that. I love pumpkin seeds. I love baked pumpkin seeds.
Right.
I like pumpkin. There's a lot of things you can do with pumpkin. I'm down with that. But the
Like
pumpkin
throw
spice,
them?
I just
Pumpkin chunkin' baby is a thing. Trust me. But however, you can get into pumpkin is kind of a forgotten food because pumpkins would actually last for months if you didn't let them freeze or you didn't let them get too hot. You could actually have a pumpkin stored in a cool, dry place, honestly, until like March.
Dig that hole in your backyard for your old-timey root cellar
Exactly.
next to your pool.
But
which works now, by the way.
Yeah, pumpkin can be baked, it can be stripped, it can be jerkied. My personal favorite
Where are we
is
going?
pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin jerky?
Yeah.
Pumpkin jerky. It can be made into a
know we're
wide
eating next
variety
week.
of things. So Danny's looking, oh no.
Well, I'm just wondering, what, are we having an anniversary party?
Yeah.
No, I
What,
just
what do
didn't
you
know.
think? What do you think? You're special enough for
Now the
First
best
of all,
thing
yes. First of all, yes. But secondly, I didn't know how last year went down, so I just wanted to know what the protocol was going to be. That's
Making
all.
a pumpkin. Happy anniversary. Here's a pumpkin pie.
That would be fine. That would be fine.
Do we
It's
need
just-
a balloon arch?
It's just pumpkin No, not a balloon arch. But
Because Danny will make one for you.
some bunting and some streamers would be acceptable.
Okay.
No, he needs a little bling bling. So
What's
I
a
love
bunt
pumpkin.
cake? Why do they call it bunt cake?
because it comes in a Bundt pan,
Oh.
Can't hit home
aka
runs.
Is
a
it
lot of
upside down?
times. Well, a lot of times in cooler ovens, you couldn't get like the center of a donut to cook, so they put a hole in it. So you have a Bundt cake, which has a hole in the center of it,
Yeah.
so that it would cook the entire cake.
Do they sell bunt holes?
Well, they sold donut holes.
Well, Tim, I've worked with quite a few.
I was gonna say.
Why don't you start a store instead of the bunt cake place?
The bunt hole.
Tim's Bunt Holes.
The bunt munchers.
Come munch on my bunt
Oh,
holes.
Lord.
Got to go, man. Thanks, Alan.